10-4. He's still shooting out the front window with his air gun. No passenger, no passenger. Yeah, definitely no passenger. Left turn, left turn. Oh, oh. Yeah, left turn if you can. You see where it is? Make sure you got it. All right. Westbound. Oh, I'm just, my mic's up, so oh, spike strip, see that?
With metal on asphalt here as the rubber falls off. We'll see how much longer the rubber can withstand this. It's kind of funny to see the tire just kind of flailing around here, but not deterring this suspect, that's for sure.
No. Well, last night it was the bumper that became detached, that they dragged around for forever, doing donuts and drying at much higher rate of speed than this person right now. But yeah, it's almost painful to watch that tire, Desmond, because it's going to be toast in just a minute here. But again, doesn't seem to affect the driver. He's still driving.
Yep, still continuing here at a real snail's pace. I mean, barely even on the gas pedal, almost just above, kind of idling forward at this point. And you know, I don't think these are cheap rims either that the suspect is about to ruin right now. Obviously, not the biggest concern for this person right now, but you know, if and when they do get out of jail, he's probably going to need a new rim on this Mercedes as well.
Yeah, I would guess so. Desmond, should we say, hope you have insurance? But I don't know. You know, would you do that to your vehicle
yep.
anyway? Now, is he going? Oh, I thought he was going into a parking lot. Well, he is.
Yeah, into the parking lot there. Apologize for that maneuver. And going into a parking lot, so first time to see maybe just kind of cutting back around this traffic, as I suspect probably didn't want to be at a stop. But, and again, now we see the LAPD officers kind of wrapping around the parking lot on this one, and you know, everyone at the stoplight has just got to be like, "What is going on?"
Of course.
You know, what is it? What
right.
is the spotlight overhead me right now as we?
Have you seen any change up in terms of the cars, in terms of officers? I know sometimes when these pursuits last a while, they may. Okay, I thought.
Oh, there was another spike attempt right there. So. Yeah, there was another one, and it almost looked like it kind of. Well, I think if it caught anything, it might have just caught the tire that was already flat. So I don't. It didn't look like it hit any of the other spikes. We'll listen for radio traffic and see if they say good spike. Well, this is the first that we've seen here. Now making this northbound turn, kind of deviating from the streets that the suspect had been on. Previously, so now we're kind of headed, I believe, towards the Hollywood area or the Mid-Wilshire area, and we'll see where this leads us.
Okay, I almost thought at first that he was trying to go around it, which looks like he did, but it looks like part of it may have struck. But does that partial, you know, for it to be successful?
It's hard to say. I think you just need one of those spikes to get in there, because those spikes will detach. There's someone else throwing stuff at this right now. It looks like a group of maybe teenagers or something, and one of them just threw a bottle. So now this is the third projectile that's been thrown at the suspect as well. So I think you really only need one spike to get in there and mess with the tire. I don't think any more than 2 or 3 going. More bottles right there. This kid could break one of these guys' windows, and I just wonder when LAPD gets really tired of this and says, "Come on, SWAT, let's get this going. Get down here. We got to bring this to an end. We've got people out here. They're getting rowdy. They're throwing bottles at someone that we think might have a gun in the car. We've got to shut this down." You know, it's just getting ridiculous at this point as we're northbound on La Brea, but not the case. No word about SWAT's imminent arrival.
And you made a good point there too, Desmond. I mean,
yeah, La Brea near Venice is where we're at.
Okay, well, I know where that is. So yeah, there are quite a few fast food places over there. I thought he was going to get out.
There you go.
There, yeah, he's making his gestures again.
first we've seen in a while.
Yeah, but you notice he didn't get out of the vehicle, did he?
No,
So,
he didn't. I don't think he wanted to put his face or his chest in harm's way of the beanbag. I have to imagine that was pretty painful, and you know, you just wish. I mean, I don't want to play armchair police officer, but you just wish there could have been an officer who was, you know, really close by with a spike strip and could have come and thrown one in and gotten you know, a really good spike on all 4 tires. But it looks like they're closing. It might be closing down the intersection, and all kinds of people now coming out to take a look at this, especially now that the suspect.
He's making a U-turn.
It's just kind of crazy to watch these suspects get out and push these cars as hard as they can go and drive with bad tires. Whoa, what is he doing here?
See, that's the guy I was talking about, Desmond.
Whoa.
Oh, he's kicking the car.
And he just kicked the car. Yeah. And again, LAPD, how long are you going to allow this to go on? I mean, you can't control all of the people that are coming out and getting involved in this. And look at, you know, now these people trying to agitate the agitated suspect. It's just crazy. Throwing stuff again.
Oh,
here.
dear.
And
now he's hanging out the...
This is just like...
Oh, I thought he was hanging out the driver's side.
No, I think it's just a reflection of the mirror there. Might be seeing, but this looks a lot. This is really starting to look a lot like.
Oh, look at this,
Look
Desmond.
at all of these people out here.
It's
so many. I mean, talk about a spectacle, and a lot. Very, very similar to that chase I was referencing earlier on Ventura Boulevard. That folks that watch these pursuits will definitely remember that one, where you have people coming and getting involved and doing that exact thing, coming up and kicking the vehicle. And, you know, the suspect doesn't care. Just zoning out, just idling along with one bad tire. And LAPD just, it's crazy.
It is crazy. There's a motorcycle officer. I'm really surprised.
Okay.
They haven't shut this down. When I say shut it down, I mean, I know they closed off an intersection, but with all these people following, and they're not going to stop. Doesn't look like it. They're getting ahead of the.
I mean, they've basically come
the police cars.
You know, if we thought it was we thought it was a parade before, now it's, you know, really turning into a parade. But it's, I mean, I don't want to make light of it, but look at all of these people getting right up in this. And Pat, we just got some disturbing new info on this. I'm not sure if this incident happened tonight, but apparently we're now learning that the suspect pointed a rifle and a handgun at someone inside a tent, and LAPD believes that the rifle is in the trunk. And it did happen tonight. That's what we're now being told. The rifle, they believe, is in the trunk, and they do believe that the handgun is in the waistband of that suspect. So the suspect was getting out and making all those violent motions, and LAPD believes that he actually had a gun on him at the time. So, you know, really amazing restraint by LAPD in that situation. And you've got someone with possibly 2 weapons in the vehicle, and all of these people are just coming. If they're not aware of what's going on, obviously they haven't been watching our live stream. They've just been going on seeing the helicopter overhead and LAPD and whatever they may be shouting on the loudspeaker. But it's a very disturbing set of information that we're hearing from LAPD.
That is disturbing. Now, you said they pointed it at a tent, like a homeless person, someone in an encampment. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Is if maybe someone living an unhoused person there, another object getting thrown at the suspect. Let's take this opportunity to peek inside and see what the driver's doing. Not really seeing any movements, but all of these people
look
just
at this.
Kicking it again. This is just. There's no way that these people know that he might have a handgun in his waistband right now, or they would not be doing this. I mean, and is it for social media? Is one of your friends filming this while you go up and kick the vehicle so that you can go get some likes on Twitter or on Instagram or on TikTok? You know, make a cute little video, haha, LOL. Is that what you're trying to do? It's just outrageous.
No, you don't know what people are You know, they put everything on social media, Des, and you mentioned that, the likes, and, you know, I hate to say it, but some people live for that stuff. And look at this. I mean, this is real life drama on the streets of Los Angeles on almost Saturday morning here. You know what I'm really concerned about is, Des, what if, you know, who knows, this crowd could just rush this car. And then what? I'm surprised,
Yeah,
actually. We were talking about his state of mind. I'm surprised that he actually turned around and went in the opposite direction, knowing that there were so many people out on the street. Wow.
I'm sorry, Pat. I lost that last bit of your communication.
No, I said I was just surprised in a way that he turned around and went in the opposite direction, knowing that there were so many people out on the street.
Yeah, I think he's. I
that
really think the
approaching,
suspect is just zoning out.
Yeah, that were approaching the car.
Yep, and I don't know if he's just ignoring people that are doing that. He hasn't had his windows down at all. Hasn't had the sunroof open at all. You can see just kind of going along and dragging this out as long as possible, and maybe just experiencing tunnel vision right now, or like I said, just probably zoned out. We have no idea if this person is under the influence of something as well, and stopping and going here on the.
They could be on the loudspeakers telling people to get back on the, you know, on the street or on the curb, but not getting out. And apparently, you know, how can you do that when this person could be armed and they could put themselves in, pardon me, in harm's way? But see, here we go. Now you're talking about more than one person.
Right up to it. Tapping the car, kicking the window. This is, you know, the third or fourth kick that this car has absorbed, and people just want to come out, just want to get on camera with this one, it seems, and the crowd continues to grow on this. We've got several dozen people out here as the suspect again, and
that's the same
kicking
guy.
The car again. Yeah, that was the same guy who was involved earlier. And I mean, is there an LAPD officer, maybe that motor officer, that you would think would come up and detain this person? All of these people.
Now, what is he going to do?
What is going through their heads? I have no idea what anyone is thinking. I don't know what the suspect's thinking. They're tapping on the window. It looked like he was trying to open the door right there. Like, is some kind of vigilante justice maybe? I don't know. It looked like they were trying to open the door. So
they were.
The suspect probably has the doors locked, but I'm starting to wonder if we're going to see some kind of violent confrontation at this point.
Someone may get an idea to break the window. You just don't know. Look, there's.
Yeah, I mean, they've already been throwing stuff at the windows, and I mean.
Well, I haven't seen anything like this,
The suspect
Desmond.
just ignoring it all.
We're always saying we haven't seen anything like this, and then there's something else that comes along, and we say the same thing.
Yeah, I know. You really wonder how many times we can say that, because we've covered so many pursuits, and we've seen the 6-hour pursuit. Never saw anything like that. We had the pursuit last night, where someone was doing circles around the police and driving intentionally on the wrong way all over the place. You know, with no law enforcement trying to stop it. We've never seen that. Now we're seeing this as well, with this suspect and folks coming up and getting way too involved.
What's up ahead, Desmond? Is he able to get through?
It looks like, it looks like a pretty wide open street right here for the suspect. There might be ever, and what a way to kick off the weekend here, northbound on La Brea. Widen out and show you how many people. Well, now the suspect coming back up into the crowd, and look at that, yanking on the handles again. You've got people looking like they're trying to get inside the car. Obviously, the suspect having their doors locked, as anyone driving in LA should. We've all seen for them to come out, and you've come in, you've pinned them in, you've been calling out on the loudspeaker the window's blown out. There's no way the suspect cannot hear you. Now you're even within earshot here with all of these officers, and you just look at all of the resources that are going into this incident to try to bring one person into custody because of whatever is going on in their brain right now. And
they're out.
And
look, the SWAT officers,
they're out.
They're out of the vehicle.
And here's the Bearcat. So now we've got three of the vehicles. There's the classic right here, the Bearcat, the huge armored, basically a military vehicle coming in to this side as well. So surrounding on three sides, and again, you just wonder what
is he
could
going to
possibly
nudge
be
that
going
car?
on.
Yep.
Maybe. Well, if there's any good thing here, they don't need to even worry about breaking any windows because one of the windows has been broken anyway. So why not just throw some pepper balls in there, throw some irritant gas in there, and let's just get on with this.
Desmond, and look at this guy, driver. You could get out and surrender. Even if you tried to run away, I mean, you're going to run into people that are pretty upset with you too, all right, and aren't law enforcement. You know what I'm trying to say, Desmond. So
yeah,
you know, right? I mean, he runs in another direction, he's going to get tackled any way you look at it. Well, they're trying to move people out of the way.
Yeah, it looks like LAPD is finally getting a handle on this now that they have the suspect surrounded on three sides with armored vehicles. And now they're really making a concerted effort to shoot people out of here, tell people to go home, and just put this on KCAL 9 if you want to see how this is going to play out in the next 10 or so minutes, instead of being potentially in harm's way. But he's still sitting in the driver's seat, and he's making these motions. I can see it even from here through the window. We can see through the tint. We can see through the tint pretty well now that they have that spotlight on. You see the arms kind of going back and forth, and it looks like he's making that machine gun motion again.
Yep, but as you said, Desmond, they don't have to put up with this much longer if they don't want to. They can just, knock that window out and, spray something and get this guy out of the car, which is probably what they're going to do.
It certainly seems that they could be. I don't know what waiting any longer is going to accomplish now when you have the suspects surrounded, and you've already been shouting out commands for more than a half hour and during the pursuit. So, and the window's already broken for you. They've got this long pole, and I know it sounds funny, but it's called bang pole. That is what the SWAT department actually calls it, because it's a pole that is capable of breaking a window, and it has a little claw on the end of it that can basically hold a gas canister, and then they
wonder why they have him surrounded on all sides. What? Now he's out again.
Okay, and walking around.
Well,
look at this, just pretending.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna leave. Okay.
No, they
oh
got
my
him.
God. Oh no. Oh no. But.
Desmond, it looked like he reached for his waist.
Underneath the awning.
Is that him? Wow.
Okay. Yeah, they got him. Wow. There's so many officers, and maybe he didn't have the gun in his waistband, or maybe he was not willing to risk a suicide by cop or something like that. But the marathon has ended, and yeah, he was running towards that crowd, and you saw just how dangerous. Look at all these people, and he was kind of running right at them, and I apologize, I couldn't get the best angle for you on that one.
Well, no, listen, and that wasn't a good idea either, him running to that crowd, because they were going to stop him, don't you think? Of course.
Yeah, there was at least one person, we believe, in that crowd who was, wanting to use that thick, not quite a 2x4, but maybe half that was making those threatening gestures. And but LAPD